Let me start by saying that I cannot rate Ruben Amorim based on this season because this guy could not have worked a magic in that Manchester United team because that Manchester United team was just struggling. Secondly, that system that he's using at Manchester United, in my life I've never seen Manchester United using that formation. So there was no magic that this guy was to come in and make Manchester United to start competing with the same formation straight away. That was not something that could have happened. So that is the same reason why I cannot judge him. And lastly, for just coming in the middle of the season, that was already a loss to him. So there's nothing that he could have done. But you see, from next season, that's when I will start judging Ruben Amorim. And I'll just judge Ruben Amorim based on two things. But first of all, let's look at this press response. I'm confident in doing this job if the board let me. And as you can see, I'm confident in my job. I will not change anything in the way I do things. I'm not here to defend myself. Okay, those are the words from Ruben Amorim to the press. But to me, what I'm saying is that what will decide if Ruben Amorim will succeed at Manchester United or not. There are two things. First of all, are the wing backs. Ruben Amorim has to make sure that the wing backs are contributing to the goals at Manchester United. That is in terms of assists and goals. So if his wing backs will not do that, then there's nothing that Ruben Amorim will do in order to change Manchester United. And then lastly, Bruno Fernandes. Where he will decide to play Bruno Fernandes is what will matter the most, because if he wants to use Bruno Fernandes as a number 8, that is in that two pivot in the midfield, then it will not work, because for him to succeed, he just has to decide by either putting Bruno Fernandes on the bench or using Bruno Fernandes as one of the forwards. And by using Bruno as one of the forwards, that means that he will need to let go of one of the wingers, because you cannot use two wingers when you are going to use a number 10 in that forward line. So if he wants to use Bruno as a forward, that means that he will need to sacrifice one of the wingers. And that means that he might just be using Bruno Fernandes, Amad Diallo, and maybe Zigzi, Hoyland, and maybe Cunha in that forward. That means we need to let go players like Garnacho. So that means that we'll risk using only one winger up front. That is the risk that he might take. So he will need to decide where to play Bruno Fernandes. Either to put him on the bench and use two wingers, or drop one winger and use Bruno Fernandes as a forward in that three-line front man. So that is the decision that Ruben Amorim has to make. So first of all, he needs to allow that he needs to make sure that the wing backs are working in terms of attacking, that is providing goals and assists. And lastly, to decide if he will use Bruno Fernandes as a forward, that is as a number 10 up there, not as a midfielder in that two pivot in the midfield. So these are two decisions that you need to get correct if he wants to get the base of Manchester United. Otherwise, if those two positions will not work, then forget, Manchester United will not do anything special next season.